Attention, everyone.
Take 3. Okay.
Hello and welcome to our X Plus Primer. My name is Kyle.
And I'm Jeff.
And today we wanted to talk to you about the company known as X Plus, especially if you're a Godzilla collector, what you can expect to, see on the market for these figures and statues and little tiny toys.
Yeah, and X Plus is a Japanese company. And Kyle, what can you tell us kind of about the figures that they release?
Well, X Plus is known primarily for their Godzilla line, and they've also released some stuff like these guys here are from an Ultra Q line in Japan, sort of a smaller scale than what you'll be able to find on the market today. They did have a short-lived X Plus USA company that released not only smaller scale Godzilla figures, but also some really cool Ray Harryhausen stuff, and but they also did some statues like this beautiful Mothra here,
yes,
which is a polystone resin kit.
That is gorgeous.
And well, the X Plus USA line didn't last very long in the States, but you would have been able to get that Mothra at your local comic book shop in the day.
Yeah.
But today they're primarily known for just their high quality, very beautifully sculpted figures of Godzilla monsters.
Yeah, no, it's kind of hard to see probably for the viewers, but some of the detail on these are just fantastic.
Yeah, one of my favorites is the crawling Varan figure.
Yeah, impressive. Yes.
But if you're a collector, if you're a Godzilla collector these days, these figures are not very cheap, and it might be kind of stunning to see the price tags associated with some of those figures, and not to mention confusing if you have no idea how much one is worth. So we thought it would be a great idea to talk to our good friend David up in Seattle, who's pretty much an expert on these things.
Yeah, he pretty much knows everything there is to know about X Plus figures and statues.
Hey, we're here at David's place. David is an avid collector of not just Godzilla stuff, which is an amazing room in here, but he's also an avid collector of the X Plus series. And as part of our X Plus primer, I thought who better to talk to about the finer points than my friend David here.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming up to the Northwest in Seattle. And these are the guys we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about
two different lines. We've got a 25 centimeter line and a 30 centimeter line that X Plus is currently releasing. And so what can people expect from the two different lines? Obviously size is a big factor.
Well, basically the detail isn't lost getting smaller or larger. They're both pretty awesome in detail. The reason people dig X Plus so much, I think, is because you don't really need any special skills to assemble them or paint them or anything. You just basically pop the tail on and stick them on the shelf. And as you can see, hopefully you're going to be able to see that the detail is so great that it looks like they just kind of stepped out of the movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. And actually we were talking at dinner, one of the things that I really love about the X Plus figures is they don't go for monster realism so much as they go for suit realism.
Indeed, the actual
So on
suit.
some of them, you're going to actually see the holes in the neck where Nakajima was actually looking through, and the Mechagodzilla figure doesn't look like a robot. He looks like the Mechagodzilla suit, which is really amazing. You get to see the contours of what would have been the foam rubber. It's really quite amazing.
Some people don't dig that, but I think it's great.
Yeah,
it looks like it just stepped out of the film.
Yeah, I think the true fans really, that's something they really dig. Can you talk a little bit about the price range you're going to pay for the 25?
Sure.
The 30?
25 centimeter is a little bit more appealing for a lot of us collectors, number one, because they fit more on your shelves. Like this whole shelf is 25 centimeters and this whole shelf is 30. And of course the price. You're going to expect to pay anywhere from about $100 US to about $150 US for the 25 centimeter line. And the 30 centimeter line is anywhere from 180 to like 220. And that's probably the price that you would get when it's initially released.
Right.
There really is no rhyme or reason to how much some sellers will charge you for ones that have been sold out for a while. But it all depends on how badly you want something. Like, I'd pay anything for a 25 centimeter Baragon.
So if anybody's out there and they need to sell their 25 centimeter Baragon,
please,
Mr. Moneybags here will take it. Just kidding.
And I'll do trades too. But anyway, there are some different ones you can buy also. You can buy ones which are the web exclusive, Rick Boy collection is called, and they come with a special accessory. Like, for example, this one comes with the 2 twin Mothra larvas.
Okay.
This guy gun, before I let the batteries run out, his visor or whatever you call that eye thing lit up. It was pretty awesome.
He's still a gorgeous figure.
It's still a great figure, but
that's on my want list for sure. Is the 25 centimeter guy gun.
See, David Baragon, Kyle Guygun.
Yeah, the detail on these are just, I mean, it's out of sight. You really got to see them up close to appreciate it.
Yeah, they're really popular, and it's really getting harder to find certain ones. So we can't emphasize enough, if you do want to begin this collection, if you see one when it's initially released, that would be the time to jump on it. You can always sell it again,
right?
Because there's always somebody out there who wants to buy it. If you want to buy one without a box, like for example, this Megalon I picked up for just over $100, but he did not have a box, which I'm not really concerned about the box unless I wanted to resell.
Yeah, so if you don't pick these up or pre-order it, you're going to pay high secondary prices.
Yeah, I mean, potentially. I mean, you can get some deals, but you got to really be willing to do the legwork and look around and check the sites often, if not every day, like me.
And when these come out, they're not released in massive quantities, so
or in the U.S. at all.
Or in the U.S. at all. That's correct.
You'd be very hard pressed to find any of these in any comic stores in the U.S. except for maybe G-Fest or some of the bigger Comic Cons.
Yeah, I think I only know of a couple of web stores that are based in the U.S. that even attempt to carry
Big Bad Toy Stores.
Big Bad Toy Stores. One Toy Freaks.
Toy Freaks, yeah. Toy Freaks is from Portland. That's a kind of cool one. But other than that, there's really no other resource. eBay's great. Yahoo Japan, if you can have somebody help you with that, or you speak the language or have an account, that's another good resource.
Yeah, Yahoo Japan. But Yahoo Japan is kind of a pain to use. You have to have like a tertiary kind of person in the middle to deal with them.
Which you're going to pay for.
Right.
Only in desperate situations do you need to do that.
David, do you have a favorite one here?
Well, I'll do better than one favorite. I'll do one Godzilla and one other monster. My favorite Godzilla is probably the 30 centimeter 68 Godzilla from Destroy All Monsters.
He looks like he's either about to take a punch or about to just give one out.
Yeah.
25 centimeters is pretty awesome too. This one's just a little more, I don't know, massive than the other one. And then probably my favorite of the non-Godzilla kaiju is the newer Gorosaurus, which is one that I think Kyle is on his short list of things to get.
David basically convinced me tonight that I need to buy this, because he is actually kind of still available. Not everywhere, but I can get him for about the original retail price.
Yeah, and the yen is pretty reasonable nowadays. I mean, relatively speaking. But it is a good time to purchase these. Rodan is great. I mean, there's not one that I really don't like.
Yeah.
They tend to do a little better with the non-Godzilla monsters in the detail. Some collectors aren't happy with them, but I think they're pretty awesome.
I think they're all really amazing.
And my dream is to get a entire Destroy All Monsters lineup. They really need to do a King Ghidorah desperately. I mean, that thing's going to be awesome.
So who's missing from the King Ghidorahs really quickly? So we're talking about
from Destroy All Monsters? Well, we're missing Kumanga, a.k.a. Spiga. This is just a stand-in. We're missing Amanda. This is one that I made. This is a custom Amanda. I'm missing the Baragon, which is already released. And then just the King Ghidorah, and then that's it. There's 11 monsters in the film, and with Amanda, Kumanga, and King Ghidorah, that would be the total 11, and then I'd be pretty happy.
Excellent. Very cool. Well, David, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us about X Plus, and hopefully this has helped you if you had no idea what this
the either lines are about, or what the company was about, or
talk
what
about
they've
the
released.
Facebook site too.
Yeah, there's actually a Facebook group, sort of a support group for people who are addicted to X Plus figures.
Yeah.
And trust, once you start collecting, there's no end.
Oh yeah, there's no end. It's addictive, and some of those people on there know a hell of a lot more than I do, and they're all really nice people, and they'll be willing to help you too.
Great. Well, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Kyle.
And we're going to have
Jeff.
to definitely
Thanks,
take a big pass around this room to show people out there that you
Please.
have an amazing collection.
Please do.
This is very,
Sayonara.
very, very impressive.
I'm a lot bigger scale than you.
Watch out!
I'm gonna cut you.
Careful,
back.
careful. They
We're
don't
back.
damage it. Oh, hi.
Hi. Well, hope you enjoyed that tour of David's lovely collection room. It's really amazing stuff. And hopefully you learned a little bit more about the company known as X Plus.
Yes, and we want to give a big thanks out to David and to you for watching.
All right. Jamata. Nice.
Nice. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Look at all